killed his wife and the woman, called the police, said what he did, and then killed himself.
Running to the trap, G in the streets, playing with the best, yeah, we don't freeze. Niggas try to steal my energy, waves with the ice, yeah, surfboard me. I get the bag and I dip, yeah. Said I'm a rock star, fell over all of the drip, yeah. Diamonds in my charm, like I just wearing them hips, yeah. Think like a porn star, manifest all of my dreams, yeah. I'm living like a god, rock star, trap star, got the gas with me, yeah.
What's good? Dark Knight Gang. I'm Neptune. Hey, bro, today I'm about to react to a video titled When Infidelity Goes Wrong. Oh, we about to hear some stories about people cheating and then something going wrong, probably getting killed. You cheating on your girl find out, she chop your dick off. Oh my God, that's like my worst fear, bro. Anyway, shout out to the gang. Everybody have a good day, have a great day. As you can tell, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the clouds. I'm on Mars right now. I'm with the Martians on Mars. I'm chilling. Anyway, I'm ready to hop into this video. Shout out to the gang. I hope you had a great day, bro. I hope you're enjoying life. Life has its ups and downs. I tell you guys that all the time. Anyway, shout out to the gang. We're about to hop into this video when infidelity goes wrong. Yeah, like I said, I'm in the clouds, so you already know what's up. Gang, gang, let's go.
In September of 2016, Texas woman Frances Hall, aged 53, was jailed for 2 years over the death of her husband, Bill. In the final 3 years of their relationship, Bill, a millionaire trucking magnate, had been having an affair with Bonnie Contreras, a former exotic dancer who was nearly 20 years younger than Frances. At some point, Contreras began taunting the latter with a plethora of messages, repeatedly insulting her and even sending clips of her and Bill being intimate. Frances eventually began to feel threatened as some of the messages reportedly included photos taken outside of her and Bill's home. On October the 10th of 2013, on a stretch of Texas Highway 1604 in San Antonio, Frances saw Contreras behind the wheel of her and Bill's family Range Rover. Following behind Contreras was Bill on his custom-made Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Frances made a U-turn in her Cadillac Escalade and began chasing after the mistress. She began ramming the Range Rover, but in the process accidentally hit 50-year-old Bill and knocked him off his motorcycle. The man sustained critical injuries from which he eventually passed away. Frances was arrested and subsequently found guilty of murder and aggravated assault, with the latter charge stemming from her hitting the car driven by Contreras. She faced a sentence of life in prison, but a jury determined that it had been a crime of sudden passion, and Frances was only sentenced to 2 years in jail on each count.
That's crazy. She mowed her husband down. She saw him on a motorcycle, was like, all right, cuz, hit him with a car, killed him, and said, I was so upset. And only got 2 years in prison. Bro, that's insane. Let's keep going.
Number 5. Natalie Mele. In August of 2021, Formula One CEO Natalie Mele was gunned down along with her mistress by her husband. The incident occurred at a house in Gouvy in the Belgian province of Luxembourg. The authorities suspected that infidelity had been the main factor, even though some sources reported that 51-year-old Mele's husband, Franz Dubois, was aware of her extramarital affairs. Mele's lover, 53-year-old Anne-Laurence Dorviot, was a professor of political science and criminology at the University of Liège. Investigators determined that Dubois walked in on Mele and Dorviot, then executed them both prior to turning the gun on himself and ending his life. Dubois phoned the police. When officers went to the home, they found the 3 lifeless bodies.
So he found his wife in the bed with another woman, walked in there, saw his wife with another woman, put out the gat, killed his wife and the woman, called the police, said what he did, and then killed himself. That's, man. Do you think seeing his wife with another woman just drove him crazy? Because why would you want to kill yourself if you caught your significant other cheating on you? I don't get it. I don't know. Explain that to me. I'm a little in the cloud, so that's just interesting to me.
Number 3. Mary Barrett. On January the 9th of 2021, Daniel Barrett murdered his wife, 43-year-old Mary, at their home in Plymouth, Pennsylvania. The man had accused his wife, a U.S. Air Force veteran, of cheating on him and was overcome with jealous rage after she'd allegedly admitted to spending time with another man. As per his subsequent police interviews, Daniel punched her in the face in front of the fireplace and then blacked out. As he regained his faculties, he remembered standing above Mary's body while wielding a pair of fire tongs. He proceeded to beat her with the tongs before grabbing a fire poker and then using it to strike her in the head repeatedly until the tool became entangled in her hair. He then took a knife and stabbed Mary in the lower back multiple times. Daniel went to the kitchen to splash water on his face, at which point he heard his dying wife making noises and gasping for air. As Mary was taking her final breaths, he dragged her to the basement, where he abandoned her until January the 10th, when he went down to cover her body with a sheet. By his own admission, Daniel contemplated taking his own life, but eventually decided to turn himself in to the authorities. He pleaded guilty to Mary's murder and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, he can't claim insanity or nothing. He literally beat the living out of her, dragged her to the basement, and left her there to die. He knew what he was doing. He can't say, oh, I just lost myself in a rage. Nah.
Number 1. Rebecca Johnson. 2 days before Thanksgiving in 2014, an Oregon man gunned down his wife after recently learning that she'd been cheating on him with his brother. A few days prior to the shooting, Raymond Johnson's father had passed away. He and his wife, 32-year-old Rebecca, were at his parents' home on November the 25th. Raymond walked in on her as she was talking to his brother and told them he knew they were sleeping together. The whole family thus learned of the affair, which had allegedly been going on for 6 months. According to the police's findings, an argument erupted and then 2 gunshots rung out. It was determined that Raymond had pulled the trigger and fired into his own chest before shooting his wife in the head. She passed away at a local hospital the following day, but Raymond's life was saved. Family members argued that his mental health had suffered and he was constantly on pain medication following a recent car accident. He was also reportedly suffering the long-term after effects of a brain tumor from when he was in his 20s. Learning about the affair and the death of his father were events that presumably fractured what had already been a fragile mind state. Raymond pleaded guilty to manslaughter and unlawful use of a weapon under a plea agreement and was sentenced to 23 years in prison.
All right, bro. Great video. Thank you guys so much for requesting it. That last one, so he killed his wife, shot himself in the chest, and had to serve 23 years in prison. Did you hear all the things he was going through? He had a brain tumor. Something else was wrong with his body, so he was already tripping out. His dad just passed away. So yeah, he was going through a lot. So they said 23 years. But still, what about that wife that only got 2 years? Insane. Let me know what you guys thought about this video down in the comments. I had a great time. Yeah, man. I had a lot of fun, man. Being faded, chilling with y'all. Y'all my boys. Any women that watch me, you already know I love you too. Shout out to the gang. Everybody have a great day. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.
To the tribe, G in the streets, playing with